ba-dum 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 da-dum dee dee do ba-dum 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 da-dum dee dee do ba-dum 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 da-dum dee dee do ba-dum 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 da-dum dee dee do.
Let's open up with a little bit of honesty. The economy has been quite dog shit as of lately, and whilst the rest of the world is only just reaching that finish line, you'll notice that the ribbon has already been cut, the trophy has been handed out, and the celebratory knockoff champagne has been uncorked. Australia finished this race many years ago, and boy have we got the solution for you. Share houses are great! In Australia, it solves three main issues. Firstly, affordability, because the economy has been quacked ever since the politicians decided it would be a great idea to sell all our assets to China. Secondly, social interaction. Now, this is more of a worldwide problem, but people, get out there more. We gotta talk to each other. At least under the same household, you'll be forced into social interaction and fiend making. And thirdly, maintenance. Not a problem, right? Because usually the landlord or the agents would sort it all out for you. But if us Aussies were left to our devices, I can guarantee you it wouldn't be pretty.
5,000 will change your life.
So, the share house that I've been living at for the past couple of years has been interesting. Let me explain.
So imagine you are me, and you wake up in bed sweating your ass off and listening to the main road traffic jams. Melodic sounds indeed. You have work in an hour, and your depreciated motivation is like, nah, I know we had 9 hours sleep, but 5 more, please. No. So I end up sleeping for another 30 minutes and wake up to the sound of my roommate screaming their head off. I roll out of bed and leave my motivation behind. It still needs another 6 weeks to wake up properly. I go to leave my room, and the door hinges decide it's a great idea to imitate my roommate screaming. So now all the doors decide it's a chorus, and they all want to jump in on the fun and drive me up the walls. I go to have a shower, and the lock for the door doesn't work, but I thought the handyman was supposed to fix that. I turn on the shower and the water lines start dry heaving because our third roommate, who is also the handyman, accidentally sliced the water mains and stump grinding trees. I get out, get dressed, and quickly start prepping some Wheat Bix. For context, Wheat Bix basically is an Australian breakfast cereal that is a metaphor for the Australian environment. A brick of cracked dry wheat that is completely inedible and likely to cause choking to all ages. Easily more dangerous than Legos, but can be bearable when moist. Cold's a pain, and warm, it's an annoyance. Honestly, can't be perfected without showering it in something sweet. So with that out of the way, I can't heat the Wheat Bix up because landlord doesn't provide a microwave in a share house. I take a bite of dry Wheat Bix and instantly start turning into... I run to the tap for water, and the tap falls out of its socket and into the sink. I instinctively put my hands to my face before I'm squirted on, but... nothing. Right, I forgot the mains are cut. I scull a cup of milk instead, and even though I have the power to buy soy milk, I don't because saving 60 cents is absolutely worth it in my opinion, even though I'm lactose intolerant. I then prep my Uber ride to work, which cost me $20, even though I could wake up 30 minutes earlier to catch a bus for $4.90. So I pour more calcium cancer into my bowl of the metaphorical Australian environment. I sit on the crusty carpeted floor of the dining room. Landlord also did didn't provide a dining table. But I can't eat because the Wheat Bix are cold, so I throw them away. Instead, I decide to make a coffee. I have no water, so I have to improvise. I start scraping ice shards from the freezer. They've probably been there for months, and I'm pretty sure someone left the freezer open at one point and defrosted steak juices mixed in with the now frozen ice shards. But, oh well. The water I drink has been there for thousands of years, and it's full of chemicals that are causing memory loss and COVID. But it doesn't affect me because I've got my tinfoil hat on. I've collected my juice shards, then I realize, no kettle. It's pretty much self-explanatory at this point. I ditch the Bix and off with the coffee. I go to leave and the door's jammed. I can't get out. I'm locked inside my own house. Turns out the handyman dropped a tree on the house and the door's blocked. Guess I can't come to work then. I call in telling my manager I'm held hostage by a tree against my will. He doesn't believe me obviously, because who would believe a story like this? Then suddenly the lactose kicks me in the gut and I am reminded about my poor life decisions. I remind the toilet about my constant bad life decisions and the toilet responds. Wait, I know that sound. I hear it from work all the time. Oh no. I yank at the toilet roll, finish up, and probably waste 60 cents worth of toilet paper. I launch myself out of the toilet and shut the door closed before hearing the explosion of a regurgitating toilet. Water gunning sewage water into the ceiling. I couldn't help but think it's a sick joke that I needed water all morning, and God said, "Let there be sewage!" I really should be thanking God though. Since I work with sewage and disasters, let's say my company gets the job on my house and I get to work for the day, so I guess it would all work out in the end and I get my $250 for the day. However, it's still not enough to cover the weekly rent for this place. Oh, and it doesn't matter because the landlord doesn't have landlord's insurance on the place anyway, so woo! Hello? Hello, it's your Uber. I'm at the front right now. Oh, perfect. The handyman's moving the tree now. I've already cancelled work. I guess I'll buy a full cream cappuccino. It would be a waste of $20. And that is a story of how one decision was the difference between saving 60 cents and being $586.30 poorer.